How did I discover wall running? Well, my cousin's now husband had his Bucks party at Glen Iris Bounce, and that was the first time I went. So yeah, that was my first bounce experience, and then it was only a year later that I rediscovered it and then became an addict.
I moved over from New Zealand. We only have trampolines in our backyard in New Zealand. And then my friend Kieran invited me to this crazy place called Bounce. And then I saw people running up and down the wall. It blew my mind, and I decided I'd give it a go. And it just was on and upwards, as you could say, from there on in. As soon as I felt myself get up the side of that wall, just slightly, I was hooked. And I had to get higher.
It definitely takes a lot of practice if you haven't got experience on a trampoline. But once you get a few tricks down or get used to even basic running and all that, then you'll definitely enjoy it a lot more. So it's definitely worth to keep going at it.
Progressively learning new moves and getting more of a thrill, more height. The people here are amazing as well. The crew is so, they're cool to hang out with. Everyone who comes here is, good vibes. So.
It's a wonderful group, fantastic group. I'm even part of a Facebook group where a whole bunch of wall runners actually get together and we come down here, like once or twice a week. And we all support each other. We all teach each other how to do things. And you come here even just on your own, just to practice, and you meet new people.
They're very open, especially to new people coming in. So yeah, just a very inviting, awesome community to be a part of.
The wall running community is so friendly. Everyone that I've ever met that does it just is so open-minded with teaching you anything that they know.
I've made more friends here than I've made in the last year. It's just so good.
It's definitely a very friendly community.
If you think about the culture of skating and snowboarding, kind of feel like a fusion of that, like groups here. It's real awesome.
I mean, everyone supports each other and helps each other because they all knew what it was like to be there themselves. Everyone has always started from the bottom. Everyone always started from a point where they couldn't wall run because wall running wasn't exactly a mainstream thing. And so they take the people who have taught them, move on from there, and they teach other people. So that's it, really. Yeah.
Scary fun, wicked fun, really hard, and the best exercise I've discovered ever because you don't know you're having exercise.
Wall running has made me fitter, faster, stronger. My dexterity has gone through the roof, probably, or I don't know. It's a bit of fun.
It's such a good way of exercising. You get such a workout out of it.
I've noticed that my acrobatics have gotten better. Fear levels have decreased, courage levels has increased.
I've become a lot fitter actually since I started wall running. I remember I needed to drop off a few kilos. I remember playing soccer that year before I started wall running, and I was just heaving and my lungs were just giving out. And then as soon as I started wall running, I started coming back, 2 or 3 times a week, and I just felt, my lung capacity get a lot larger, and I just felt I was able to go for a lot longer. And just general happiness, it's different to, gym or running where you feel you do the same thing again and again. And sure, you might build your fitness, but you never really improve anything so much. You never really learn new skills.
There's always something to push to. And it's such a new sport. The first time I saw it was on Cirque du Soleil when they were doing the wall running in the circus.
Cirque du Soleil uses it so they can put on huge performances rather than just small tumbling at the front. So they put it at the back so everyone can see it.
I know that it sort of started originally kind of in France and Canada with the circus stuff. Seen videos of some French guys doing some amazing stuff, and didn't really come to Australia, I don't think, until they opened this place, and then started to spread around with other trampoline joints and became popular then.
Wall running is for people like myself who are very lazy when it comes to exercise. So at the time when I first started, I was looking for something like gym or running, something to get me fit again, but it was very monotonous, and I didn't really enjoy gym. I didn't really enjoy running. I tried, 1 week, 2 weeks, and I just couldn't do it.
I don't know, I guess it's kind of taken off a little bit. I think most people find it pretty addictive. They come in once or twice to bounce, they kind of try everything else, and you get them trying wall running, and suddenly it's this new random thing that they have to get down. They must do it otherwise to show their friends. It's kind of different. It's like trying to learn how to ride a skateboard or something like that. It's just a bit different, better than playing footy or basketball or anything. Yeah, something you just kind of have to do.
Wall running is pretty much for anyone that just wants to get out there and have fun. I've done it with other skiers, trampolinists, circus people, skateboarders and stuff, and then just everyday people who come along and feel like getting active and having some fun.
Yeah, it's for anybody. anyone can give it a shot. As long as you get the right technique to it, anyone can try it.
Anyone who's interested in just having a good fun experience and maybe getting fit while you're at it.
Tall, short, fat, skinny, anyone can do it. It's really fun and it's really easy to do and it doesn't hurt like most other sports.
For me, there's a massive crossover between wall running and parkour and free running. With all the flips and the way that you control your body, it's all very similar. The only difference is getting used to falling onto your back and being shot straight back up into the air.
Yeah, it's definitely similar to the BMX scene or the skateboarding scene. You go up, you do your trick, and then you come back down. You somersault in the air. Double, triple flips, that kind of thing. So I definitely say there's a lot of correlation between that one and skateboarding as an example. Yeah.
It's euphoric. I think that it just is something that almost, I guess, like running for some people. When they go on runs, it kind of takes them into another happy place. Wall running's a lot like that, especially when you nail a new trick. Just hanging out with a lot of friends as well. It's quite social.
Exhilarating, fun, exhausting, and just really, really exciting. I couldn't imagine something more fun.
When I accomplish a new trick, it's a lot about getting over the fear of actually doing it. I just basically focus for a full minute until I'm 100% ready in my mind and my body. I mean, you're in the air for a good 2 seconds. It's really scary, but just something you get used to again.
I think pushing yourself with wall running is a really interesting one because the whole time you can be really, really scared and unsure until you end up on top of the wall. And often I find once you get to the top of the wall, it's your heart that's racing, but then everything else is kind of I'm alive. But I find it a really fun and interesting thing to push fears with, definitely.
Favorite trick? I'd have to say there's 2 of them for 2 different reasons. One would be touching the roof, just because that was a milestone for me. That when I first got here, that's what I always wanted to do. I wanted to be able to jump up high enough to touch the roof, which is about 5-6 meters off the ground. And the other one is probably running up the wall and doing a backflip, simply because that's the crowd pleaser. That's the one where just people don't see it coming. And you pull it out, you stretch your arms out in a bit of like an Assassin's Creed sort of pose, and then you just go from there. So those are probably the 2 equal favourites for me.
Because with trampolining, if you've got just a trampoline, right, you've only got one surface, but the wall, and then you've got other walls to bounce off, and then you've got the back wall, and you can boost. So it just adds a whole other dimension.
I would describe the feeling of wall running as the best fun you could have with your clothes off. On. It's better when they're off.
Favorite place to wall run would be Bounce. Both the wall running, the walls and the trampolines, Bounce really puts a lot of thought into it.
I don't think wall running is hard to get into. On the weekends, just if you have the time, just come on down.
Wall running's awesome.
All I'd say is just come down to Bounce. It's amazing. It will change your life.
Everyone should give it a shot.